Tonight's MAFS dinner party was serving horrible, horrendous heartbreak. But before we get into it, if you love my reviews, hit that follow button and let's do this every night together. Jackie was feeling on top of the world after telling the apprentice warrior that he's a toxic man with a fragile ego and one step away from an incel. Ryan was very upset. He said, "I know myself intimately." You might be the only one, Ryan. "And I'm not an incel." Sure, Ryan. Sure. Athena was walking into the dinner party with a bone to pick. She was very unhappy about Karina's crude comments about her twin sister Cleo. Karina said, "I just want to pull Athena aside and apologize for what I said." Paul was like, "Karina plans to take accountability for her actions and, that's really all I ever wanted out of this situation." Shut up, Paul. No, what you wanted was to villainize Karina so that we'd all forget about you punching the wall. But we will never forget. Jamie sat Dave down to ask if he was attracted to her, but he wanted to save the conversation for the dinner party. What? The producers asked Dave how he was really feeling about Jamie, and he was like, "Oh, well, I don't hate her guts." Oh, David, sweet Mary Jesus. Someone grab me a wine and a Valium. We're going to get through this. Jamie kept trying to ask Dave about his feelings, but he was being so cold and dismissive. He ended up leaving. She went into the room and broke down in tears on the floor. It was so sad. Jamie was like, "I don't even know this person. He's lied to me the whole time. I thought he was someone, but he's not. He's lied to me." So relatable. We've all had that moment when we look at a man and we think, "Who are you?" I've had a stranger inside me. Awfully confronting. Horrid. Jamie then turned up to her first ever dinner party alone. A crow squawked in the background. You've got to love the theatre. Athena and Adrian entered next, followed by Rhea and Jeff. Jamie explained to the group that Dave is never affectionate with her, he never initiates sex, he's not romantic with her, and all of this left her feeling like he maybe wasn't attracted to her. And when she confronted him about it, he said, "I don't really have those feelings for you." The group had to pick their jaw up off the floor, and Jamie said she feels like she has real feelings for a fake relationship. TJ and Beth walked in next. They were shocked to hear the news. TJ was like, "Sis, this ain't it. Is it just me, or does TJ look like he just walked off the set of Say Yes to the Dress?" A diva, a queen. Jackie and Ryan walked in next, followed by Karina and Punchy Paul. Karina said that she was feeling super anxious and stressed about facing up to Athena. Now, what Karina said wasn't nice, but let's not all sit here and pretend like we haven't said awful things behind people's back to a trusted loved one. The real problem here is Punchy Paul throwing her under the bus. That's not how you treat a friend, and it's definitely not how you treat your wife. Farquaad then entered the room alone, mind you, and he was like, "Don't know where Veronica is, but apparently she had a great time with Dave." Veronica then made her solo entrance, followed by crickets. She was like, "Don't worry guys, don't stand up for me." Smelly didn't even say hi, but you know what? I don't even care. Then Dave made his solo somber entrance. He said to the boys, "I can't give Jamie what she wants, but I don't hate the girl. The girl has a name, Dave. And it's Queen Jamie." Dinner was served and it was very awkward. You see what happens when you upset the queen? The whole kingdom comes crashing down. Karina and Punchy Paul pulled Athena aside for a chat, and it annoyed me so much that Punchy Paul was there. Karina started apologizing to Athena. She was like, "What I said, it was out of a place of jealousy." Athena interrupts. She's like, "Sorry, Punchy Paul, can I actually have a word to Karina on our own?" Punchy Paul was like, "Of course," and then he scurried off like a little snake. I love that Athena did this because it's so clear that Paul was there to control the narrative. He wanted to make sure that everything Karina was saying was to the script, that he had no doubt rehearsed with her. "Paul, you're not fooling Athena and you're not fooling me." Karina then explained that, "I didn't actually know that Paul knew anyone from this experiment from the outside, let alone was intimate with your sister. And it came from a place of jealousy and insecurity. Athena accepted the apology like a true queen, because at the end of the day, what girl hasn't been there? What girl hasn't said something awful from a place of jealousy? Athena leaves, Punchy Paul returns, and he's like, you see, Karina, I wanted you to see where I was coming from, because I felt like you just didn't understand my concerns, and that's why my feelings felt like they were irrelevant, and that's why it all escalated. Karina was like, sorry, what escalated? Paul was like, oh, well, the whole letter thing, like that was definitely your fault. Karina said, you threw me under the bus. I don't feel like I can trust you, Paul. Are you going to take accountability? I made a comment to you and I thought that would stay between us. I am your wife and you are my husband. Paul was like, I haven't done anything to make you not trust me. But you literally just told Athena what Karina had said about her sister behind her back. So there's that. Oh, and then there's also, that time you punched a hole in a wall. Jeff asked the apprentice warrior about how he felt about Jackie's letter. He was like, Jackie used some very strong words, and she insulted me and my character, and she said that I want a trad wife. And just so you're aware, I do not desire that at all. Jackie said that she felt the letter was fantastic. And Jackie is my favourite character, and I will die on that hill. Finally, we address the elephant in the room. What's going on with Jamie and Dave? Jamie explained the situation and how Dave had basically said that he doesn't have feelings for her. Dave was emotionless. Blank. Lights on, but no one home. I call this different Dave. Different Dave said that he freaked out when Jamie brought up their intimacy issues, and that he felt like he wasn't on the level of loving Jamie, and that his feelings just weren't progressing for her. Jamie got very upset. She banged the table. She starts crying. She's like, I don't even know you. Your lack of compassion is what hurts more than anything. She then asked Dave, what's changed? Adrian then pipes up. He was like, oh, well, Veronica and Dave are very quiet, and it doesn't make sense to me that Veronica spends 2 days with Dave and then all of a sudden Dave does not like Jamie. Jamie said, Dave, is Veronica more your type? He said, no, we spent 3 days together. We had a laugh. That was it. Then Farquaad was like, Veronica actually low-key confessed her love for Dave to me, so maybe. Veronica was like, shut the fuck up, Farquaad. I like him more than you, but that's because you suck. TJ then stepped in. He was like, David, sweetie, we just need to know, are you ready to fight for this relationship? Dave said that he'd handled the situation badly, but he did want to fight for the relationship. And Jamie was like, yeah, well, you better fight because I'm sick of carrying this relationship. If you love my reviews, hit that follow button and I'll be here, same time, same place, Sunday night.